Ever find yourself in a situation where you're craving a pouch, like a meeting that could have been an email? Maybe you're in the middle of yoga, or maybe your grandma's in the room?
Dennis, are you pouching again?
We've all been there, but guess what? Alps nicotine pouches got you covered. Just pop in a pouch and boom, you're good to go.
$2.10's not bad for a bushel. Half a bushel. A bushel number one. Oh.
Fuck that, man. I remember.
Well, a full bushel's almost $400.
I remember we used to pay like 100 max for a bushel.
I remember when we used to pay 50 cents for some fucking ice cream from the ice cream man.
Yeah,
That shit cost me $10 today.
For 2 ice creams?
For
Or one?
what's the one with the ball on the bottom? The cone with the ball?
Oh, the little
And a
screwball.
A screwball and a Batman.
Cost you $10?
$10.
I remember when a Choco Taco was.
We're in the wrong
75
business,
cents.
boys. We're in the wrong business. Ice cream truck.
Choco Taco went. They're no longer, right? That
I don't
was
think
like,
so.
That
They're
was like
gone.
a big story.
Yeah, they're gone.
Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we talked about that on like our first or second episode.
I do not remember that.
You don't remember?
I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
No way. That's tragic
We were
news.
we were in your basement when we were talking about it.
We were drinking that first podcast.
Yeah.
We were definitely drinking.
1A, 1B, 1C, whichever one it was. I don't know.
I got a hot take about ice cream. I say we ban it.
Ice cream?
What?
Ice cream serves no purpose. It's terrible.
That's a hot take.
Go fucking sit outside.
I mean, honestly, it fucking makes a mess. It gives you fucking brain freeze. Like, oh, it tastes good for 10 seconds.
It makes your stomach hurt.
makes your stomach hurt. Makes you fat.
What are you eating with your hands?
Ban it.
What do you mean make a mess?
Ban ice. Have you seen River and Beckham walk around with fucking ice cream?
You're talking about kids.
And those are popsicles.
So you're talking about banning
Those
ice
are
cream
ice cream
for
popsicles.
kids. I can get behind because kids are assholes after eating.
Oh yeah, by the way, they took like
facts.
3
Adults,
bites.
I've never
Facts.
made a mess with ice cream.
Yeah, they also took like 3 bites of this $10 worth of ice cream and was like, I'm done.
Oh, well.
River threw his on the fucking ground.
Here they take about 3 bites and then Maverick comes behind him and swipes it.
Maverick swipes everything.
He's a swiper.
He's a ninja, dude. Little ninja retriever.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
He's got some stanky breath right now, though.
Who?
Mav.
Does he?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, well.
You brush his teeth. Does he brush his teeth 2 times a day?
Every night.
Definitely.
right up there with the kids, dude. Beckham uses his toothbrush to help him to brush his teeth.
He brushes his teeth on the pond cones out back by the pool.
Dude, Tatum's been eating my beef jerky. I've been buying that peppered beef jerky. Shit's so good. And usually I break it up in little pieces for her to make it easier to eat. This time I just gave her a whole piece. She was biting it with her front teeth, and she literally had beef jerky stuck in between every single tooth.
you give her
She
a
was
false
smiling. I was cracking up. Dude, I could just see just like hunks of beef just like wedged in between every single tooth.
She was talking about beef jerky when Lauren and her came down.
She tears it up,
to
dude.
the playground.
She loves it.
One day.
Peppered jerky,
She
bro.
said she loves jerky.
Loves it.
That's awesome.
Loves it.
Good beef jerky is money.
What's
But
good
there's some
for you,
out there.
too.
There's some out there that are just
Have you ever made your own jerky
Yeah.
for like deer jerky?
yeah.
I love deer jerky.
No, I've made it in a dehydrator and in the oven. I don't like it when it's real chewy and kind of like almost too soft. And the dehydrator will do that.
Yeah.
There's probably an art to it,
Yeah,
to making it.
definitely. Yeah. My old boss, he used to make it all the time. A bunch of different flavors, hot, sweet, and he was real good at it. But to do it right, I mean, even you got to have a dehydrator, and the oven's hard.
Yeah. See, I've never been like a beef jerky fan, but like I like deer jerky. I'll eat that.
Yeah.
I heard you can do it on a smoker. Just put it like as low as.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos of them doing that. Yeah.
How
Yeah,
long?
turns out pretty good.
Well, you got to do it in a couple hours?
Couple hours.
Yeah.
Dehydrators.
That's a good
They
idea.
take that much time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you put it as low as it'll go and just smoke it for a couple hours.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Dude, beef jerky's a money snack too.
Oh, but it
Money.
costs money too, dude.
Oh yeah, it ain't cheap.
It's like $18 for a little bag of it, and that shit's addicting.
Where were we driving? We were somewhere out in Utah, and I don't remember where we were at, but the road came to a stop and went left or right. And then there was a convenience store right at the T. There was nothing around for miles. Gas station, nothing around for like 50, 60 miles. And they had probably 50 kinds of beef jerky in there that they made. Elk, bison, antelope, all kinds of shit in there.
That's cool.
And it was good. It was really good.
Myrtle
Did you
Beach.
get one of each.
I got elk and bison.
Shit's probably expensive though.
It was. And there was not much in it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an entire store at Broadway at the beach that's nothing but beef jerky.
Really.
And that's like prime real estate. I imagine they're paying pretty high rent. I have no clue how they keep the doors open. Like, I love beef jerky, but like an entire store
Yeah.
full
like,
of beef jerky.
How long does beef jerky last?
I think
tried. I think like
a long time.
borderline forever.
Yeah. Be a good
Forever.
emergency box, zombie box stash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speak of that, we definitely got to like prep because losing power the other day for the couple hours,
Oh,
like we'd be screwed if the grid went down completely.
Why doesn't one of us get a generator, a whole house generator?
Well, I have like a little generator that will plug into my house that's capable of running what is needed on like the box. So when we built our house, we had that extra plug.
oh, you got it. You put it in a
did y'all
generator
do
pan.
that? Did y'all do that?
No,
Nah.
I wish I would have.
I did that. So it runs like my refrigerator, a couple lights.
Do you have a plug outside?
Yeah, it plugs
Oh yeah,
right in here
I've
to
done that
to the side of my
bunch times
house
for people.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, do that.
I guess I could have done it like after the fact, but
You just never know how long it's going to be out.
yeah,
So you're like, oh, it'll be back on soon. And then like 30 minutes go by.
yeah.
Well, the whole generator setup, like I regret not doing that because I want to say it was under like I think it was around $5,000
No,
to just
it
add
was
the
not.
whole fucking thing.
No,
No, it was
probably
not. It was like
probably more.
10.
It was probably
it was
10 or
it was
15.
because I was
Yeah.
thinking about doing it too, and it was dumb expensive. Now the only good thing about doing it with them is that it would have been propane too.
Yeah,
Because they
and
propane generators.
financed over 30 years at 3%.
The neighbor,
right.
the neighbor over here, has,
$6 on your payment a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
the one guy over here has one. So when the
Yeah.
power went out, like the generator was running, and it had like their lights on the first floor running. I'm sure like the refrigerator and like all
Yeah.
the necessary shit
The power doesn't
or everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
The power doesn't go out a lot. So I don't know if we can really justify spending it, but those times that when it does, you're like, damn.
Well, Tony's talking about like shit
Yeah,
hit the fan scenario.
I'm saying if shit hit the fan and the whole power grid just gets wiped out completely, we would be fucked. I mean, I could make a fire without a doubt,
Yeah, but what you gonna eat?
but what are we going to eat?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I'd be
grocery
starved in
stores
like a
would be
week.
getting raided. you know.
100%. You're risking your life to go in there and get whatever
And again,
scraps are left.
Even at that, like you're only going to be able to go out of the grocery store with a handful of shit.
I always tell myself when I go grocery shopping too, like I'll just buy like 2 cans of like soup or like some non-perishable goods just for like to keep in a stash of shit hits a fan. And I never fucking.
See, I just don't know. Like,
I always forget.
what's the best thing to have in like not like a bunker, but like if you have something set up like a prep station. I know like canned goods, but again, how long do canned goods these days last?
If it's survival, it doesn't matter how long you're eating them.
Bingo.
If it,
For sure.
I don't care if it expired a year ago. Like I'm eating
The biggest thing to have is water.
Yeah, that's it.
True, yeah, because we're
Your
also
water
well.
is
So
and-
power goes out, the water's not
Yeah.
going to run. I mean, it'll drizzle out a little
Yeah,
bit.
But we could catch rainwater. I mean,
Well, no,
I
you
could
go
build- I
fill
could
up
build
your
something.
Fill up a tub full of water.
yeah.
Yeah, all the bathtubs.
Get a they make filters you can get.
Yeah, but again, how long is it going to take for a tub to fill up with the power already out, and you don't have any power to run your well? You know, so
Well,
it's gonna
it'll
be-
drain your house down.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It'll take.
It's however
hours.
much water is in that tank.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'll run normal pressure.
Yeah, until the tank runs dry.
Well, no, it won't run normal pressure. The pressure would bleed out of your tank, correct? Because your power, you have
no,
to have.
Look
No,
at this guy or that guy.
It won't.
No, it's literally like draining your house down. I mean, but once it gets low, I mean, you'll know.
It'll run normal pressure for I'd say a few minutes, and then it'll get gradually slower.
Yeah. So take. hours for you.
Biggest thing to have
Still.
would be like a wind up flashlight, because batteries are going to run out.
I got my cell phone though. Flashlight on that.
Yeah, but your fucking cell phone's not going to last.
It'll
Couple
last.
days.
I got 30% right now. I'm good.
Yeah,
They make some cool shit. Like
All right,
they got little
turn your flash on for the rest of the episode and we'll see what your battery's at.
they got little solar panel pads now that you can power stuff
That
off.
would be a good thing.
That's a good one.
Unless they're
Fire
they're blocking out the sun too when they fucking cut the grid.
If that's we got way more problems if they're blocking out. I ain't really worried about none of that if they're blocking the sun. I mean, that's like some Armageddon shit right there.
Well, you're really right though. We're not prepared.
Not prepared one bit.
Could you even last a week?
Yeah,
No.
they make
No.
I mean, the kids couldn't without the iPads. So
yeah. Luckily, it was late, so I think like half of our house was asleep.
yeah, we weren't even home.
No, y'all
Dennis-
weren't home. Y'all were out.
Yeah,
Dennis was out of town
Yeah.
all
I
weekend.
had to take flashlights over to your house
But we went down to Solomon.
because you weren't prepared.
no.
His wind-up flashlight must
There
not
was
work.
4 flashlights in
one giant in it.
There was 4 flashlights in the junk drawer. I don't know why they couldn't find them.
They were good over there.
Do you have like a Milwaukee light you could have gotten out for him?
Yeah, I do, but all my Milwaukee batteries are bad because of the damn
Oh, the saw.
the Power Wheel deals.
Oh yeah. Well, you need to buy some new ones on
I know.
Gagan's card.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We had dinner in Solomon's on Friday night for Pilara's birthday.
Well, we were supposed to have dinner at the pier.
Yeah,
And
I'm getting to
okay.
that.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
Good
My
job,
bad.
Jacob.
I thought you were missing out. No, go ahead. I thought you were missing out.
When he has the opportunity to talk, you let him talk. When he's the fucking
Jacob,
the wheels are burning, you fucking better let him go.
Jacob, I've never cut you off.
I thought you were skipping like all the way to
The audacity.
Let me start from the beginning.
Thank you.
So a few weeks ago, I noticed on my calendar Friday night dinner for Pilar's birthday.
What are you talking about?
All right, so we go down. Look, we have dinner at 6. We go over to Jacob's house. We're like, hey, Jacob was going to drive. I'm like, let's just call Ubers. That way we don't have to worry about it. Well, we can't find any Ubers. I finally get one, but we all can't fit in one. So Amanda convinces her dad to drive the rest of the party down there. And as soon as we leave the neighborhood, a massive line of storms hit, and it looked like tornado all the way down Route 4. I mean, cars are going 20 miles an hour. How many cars did we see pulled over on the side of Route 4 with their flashlights?
That's what made me think it was a tornado.
It was like dangerous, but we kind of got through it. We got to the pier. The power had gone off 20 minutes earlier. So they're like, power's out, but we're still serving drinks. We can, you can hang out for as long as you want. Hopefully it'll come back on. Well, we sit there for 3 hours. Power never comes back on. And at this point we're, 6 drinks in, and the girls call around and find, what's that restaurant?
The Italian
Lavella.
restaurant.
Lavella
Oh,
was the
good.
only place that had power, and there was a party at 10 that was getting ready to finish or getting ready to eat their entrees. So they're like, we can probably take in about 30 minutes. We finished up our drinks, went over there, everything worked out, but we didn't end up eating until like 9-ish, 9:30 at night. So needless to say, it was not the ideal
Power came on.
adults night.
Did the power come on by then? Because the power was on.
It never came back on the island.
Really?
Not down.
Not on the island?
past Lavella. No.
That's right. It did come back on at our house around, I think,
It was like 9:30.
9:30.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
was
got the
getting alerts.
notifications.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go to Tiki Bar.
Right. We were going to go to Tiki
It
afterwards.
was Doc Martin and the Flannels were playing.
Damn, that just ruined the whole night. That sucks.
Yeah. It was still fun though.
So we ended up texting Donnie. Said, "Hey, you on your boat?"
I saw that.
He said, "Yeah, we're partying." So we ended up going over there for a drink, and we go to leave there. And we're just going to Uber home. Josh and Sarah with us, and they drove. And they're like, "You want us to take you home?" I'm like, "No, we're good. We're going to get Ubers. It's fine." Because we all piled in their car from the pier over to Lavello.
It was cramped.
Yeah, it was cramped, but
It was
whatever.
Yeah.
8
He's
of
got,
us in
he's got a
Rivian. 10 of us in a Rivian.
Yeah.
an SUV.
Yeah, I knew that.
I think
Yeah.
it's sweet.
Yeah, they're nice. Really nice.
But so they go to leave, and we can't find any Ubers because everything's shut down. They're not running around the island. So I'm like running through the parking lot after Josh, like, hey, you mind if we get a ride? I can take you up on that offer. He's like, yeah, man, no problem. So thank God for them, because we would have been stranded. We would have been calling Amanda's dad to come pick us up, or
Well, they probably just called it a night because they're like, well, nobody's gonna be out doing anything with this
exactly.
weather.
That kind of shut everything down. So the plan of Ubering and that all kind of backfired, but we made it work.
Well, it's always a risk. You know you're going to find one. It's just you might have to wait 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it comes with the territory, but...
Well, our other backup plan was Sophia was like, if y'all need a ride home, her friend was with her babysitting the kids at Jacobs, and she was like, I can just jump in the Wagoneer and come pick y'all up.
Oh, that's true.
So we were like, all right, well, at least we have like multiple options. Worst case scenario. And I guess her friend had left maybe 30 minutes before we were leaving. So that wasn't an option anymore.
Oh, no.
So we made it work.
I think we took.
Could have called me.
We could have. We could
Called me. I
have.
would have came down there.
I think we took probably 5 shots in the matter of an hour on Donnie's boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gets it in.
I was starting to sway a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
He gets it.
And it wasn't the boat motion.
I mean, it might have been, but it was. What I don't know. It was probably the
Dude, he was saying he was on the boat when the storm came through, and it was like just a little rough, but nothing crazy.
Really.
Does he live on the boat?
Thursday to Monday. That's his new plan, is what he told me.
Is he still at that same spot where the bar is?
Yeah.
Is that his restaurant still, or no?
No,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Oh, I
he's never
thought.
in that.
Oh, I thought he.
Oh, and
I
that
think he was
place,
talking
too.
about buying it. It's Anglers. I think he was talking about buying it at one point, but
Yeah.
That place too was open for a little bit, and Donnie was like, if more people don't show up, they're probably going to shut it down because it's just not enough people. And when we were literally on our way there, he was like, yeah, they just closed.
Damn.
So because we were going to go to that Anglers bar and get a couple drinks there, and last time we were there, they were doing karaoke.
I've never... Where's that place at?
So you know where the
right
West,
at the marina.
you know where West Marine is on Solomon's, next to like Roy Rogers, West Marine.
Yeah.
You take that road right next to West Marine down towards the water.
So it's not on like the Solomon's main road?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's in that cove area.
Okay.
where-
Yeah, it's
guess
more up in the
Solomon's is.
cove. So you go down that road right by West Marine, straight towards the water, and there's like a little bar back there, and it's like a marina with, I don't know, maybe like 50 or 100 boat slips.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
decent.
And that's it where he's at?
Yeah,
Okay.
he said it's less uptight over there.
Yeah, a lot of people from Goose Bay are over there now.
Yeah.
Like Goose Bay used to be the marina where everybody was at, and then I think it got kind of a little uptight. And
They got new ownership a couple times, right?
I'm not
Didn't
sure.
the original owners like...
So
Yeah, well,
no,
no?
the Bowie still owns it?
I think to this day, yeah.
Really?
Well, in Harley, but I think they sold.
No, I
his
think
side
they
of it.
sold.
Yeah, like his portion,
Yeah,
maybe to Joe Bowie. I don't know.
yeah.
That's a gold mine. That
Yeah.
place is. The marina.
Goose Bay. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I have no desire to go out in the water around here anymore. I come over the bridges. I'm like, it looks fucking shit brown. Like, I'm like, we really spent years boating and swimming in this shit. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I've
we
just
did, yeah.
tainted a little bit from going to Florida so much and seeing the water down there.
It's so much more convenient down there too. Like, there's houses with slips right off the back, and like they've got that here, but like not in like a good area with good
Right.
schools. Like, it's just there's trade-offs that come
There's plenty of slips in Nanjamore. You want to drive 40 minutes to the grocery store every time you need bread?
No.
Yeah, but people love that shit, dude.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not people.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it's better than, nothing, but at the same time, yeah, is it worth all the hassle and the headache and the money that it's going to take to run and operate a boat, for 3 months a year? That's the hard part too, is like, you've got
seasonal.
a boat outside of something like Donnie has that's, 45 feet. Like,
Seasonal.
it's seasonal at best. And, the water's not going to heat up till June. So you're June through, I guess, early September.
September-ish, yeah.
Early September is your boating season.
The only people that get the most use out of boats in this area are people who fish.
Yeah. Fish
Because
is,
you can do fish and leisure.
Right.
Versus, I'm just doing leisure.
Yeah. And you're not storing your boat at a slip.
When you
And
buy a
it's just
boat,
somebody sitting here.
you got to call it, I'm just doing leisure. That would be a gangster ass
doing
boat
leisure.
name.
Hey, write that down. Hey, that phrase is copyright, trademark, Ricky Bobby Inc.
I'm just doing leisure.
Need to give a shout out to Keith and his Invincible Jigs deal.
Yeah, he said that's
He's
going great.
Yeah.
He's got freaking buyers all up and down the East Coast.
He makes his own.
Dude, he's Texas, Florida, New Jersey. Like,
He's
he's killing it.
He built his own molds, I get, or the
Yeah, he patented his own molds.
he patented his own molds. Got massive shipments of those, and then he does his,
They hand paint him because I ran into his partner. I can't remember his name. The wife's name is Bree. I can't remember his name. They're always down there with him. Fishing guy, big, kind of taller, taller guy.
I can't think of it.
She's got the boys, but
Danny.
he said they're hand painting them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the most part, they've tried like other stuff, and it's just not as durable. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of freaking work.
He's trying to get it to where he doesn't even have to touch them anymore. But it takes so much money. To
He's
get
got
to that point.
He's got huge like YouTube fishermen that have huge followings, like shouting out his shit on their pages. Doing unboxing and shit, opening it and then trying it out. So, as long as the product is good, which it seems like it is.
So he was telling me Saturday that his lures are almost too good.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big fisherman around here goes everywhere, catches red drum and all that. He most of those lures, one bite, one fish, they're done. And his will last days on end. And that's what some of his guys were telling him, like, dude, these lures are almost too good. I don't even have to buy any more from you right now.
How is
That's
he?
true from a business
Yeah,
standpoint.
but it's good. I would rather have that.
How
I
is
think as a business owner, I would rather have something that's too good
Yeah. And it helps.
because you're not screwing the consumer.
I agree.
You're not fixing it.
The name will get out and reputation will get out eventually
Yeah.
where you've got a big enough customer.
It doesn't matter how good it is. If you can if you can make like $100 million a sale or 100 million sales a year, I think you're still going to make pretty good money.
And you shouldn't be running a business with your business plan being, I want to make a shitty product so people have to come back and buy more of the shitty product.
Yeah, but that's what I feel like. That's what everything is nowadays, dude. Nothing lasts nothing lasts anymore.
Well, to cut profit margins down so he doesn't have to touch it, that may be a price he pays where the quality is maybe not as good.
no, I don't know. I don't know if he would do that.
I wouldn't. I would just keep on making quality products. So before you know it, the name will get out. There's plenty of people out there fishing. And just like anything else, like, guns, any hobby guys have, it doesn't matter. You'll buy more than you fucking need.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, and
So-
his thing is he just loves fishing. He just did it because he loves fishing.
Yeah.
and wanted to make his own stuff.
Hobby that'll pay for itself. Hell yeah.
How is he making it with the molds? Is it lead or like what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lead. So where he has to melt all that down and like
No,
how
he-
does it work?
He gets them made now.
Shipped to him
Yeah.
from like somewhere out in Midwest, I think, right? I think
I
that's what
think
he told
that
me.
sounds right. Yeah, that's what the guy was
So
telling
he
me.
sent he made the mold and he sent it to someone that makes
To a
the
manufacturer.
jigs itself.
Yep.
And then they send him just the rough version of it. And
Yes.
what he
And then he
puts,
paints it, yeah.
paints it, and then does he add anything else to it?
puts eyes on it.
Like
And then adds the lure.
the
to
lure,
it.
like the
Yep. He I think he patented both. I don't know what the head, like the weight, the front part is called, but he patented both of them.
I'm going to look it up because we're doing this guy a disservice. Let me see. About us.
because some of them have like the I guess like the hair
Yeah,
version.
it's
of it.
not.
He
It's
doesn't?
not like that. No.
Okay.
No.
Our
So I know there's
jigs,
different jigs.
our
but-
jigs and soon to be available soft plastics are crafted from the finest materials in the market designed for performance and durability. We stand behind our products 100%, ensuring that every item meets rigorous standards. When you choose Invincible Jigs, you're choosing tools that are built to withstand the toughest conditions and deliver exceptional results. Test them out and feel the difference. Your fishing experience will never be the same.
Hell yeah! Shout out Invincible Jigs.
Is a jig just a hook and the little eye thing?
Mm-hmm.
are his jigs.
But he sells them he'll sell them in a pack too.
Are his jigs
With the,
specific
lure on
to
there.
saltwater or just freshwater too?
You can use them anywhere.
Anywhere? Okay.
Yeah.
Global fishing expertise with local roots. Though our roots run deep in the Chesapeake Bay, our fishing experience extends far beyond. We've had the privilege of fishing in diverse waters around the globe, from freshwater lakes to saltwater oceans. This broad perspective informs our design process, ensuring our jigs are effective in various fishing environments.
Are they good for surf fishing? Because if so,
Freshwater
get
lakes
some.
to
Probably, yeah.
freshwater lakes to saltwater
So
oceans.
I think he
let's
makes
get some and take some to Outer Banks.
He only makes one size right now, and I think it's an 7 or 8 inch. And he wants to get into making multiple sizes. And apparently he's like one of the only ones that really makes an 8 inch or 7 inch.
It looks like they're designed primarily for like striper and redfish, so something in like that, I guess, 18-inch to like 50-inch
so
fish.
more than likely no on the surf fishing then,
It would probably work. I mean,
unless you're getting it out there.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it would work.
You know what we need this time, Michael? You need to get your drone fired up with a hook on it so we can fly it out and drop it.
But how do you? Is there a mechanism to put on the drone to where it drops it?
Yeah. Yeah, you like hit a button.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
We can do that. As long as it's not like super, super windy,
Yeah.
We can do
That's
it.
always the thing. It's
which
real rough.
it's always windy in the Outer Banks.
I mean, if you
The
just,
week we go, at least.
if you just tell them you're going, I'll probably send you some stuff to test out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I'll go pick it up.
If we can get some stuff from them, try it out.
I'd rather throw that thing out there every time than cutting up fish and all that.
Yeah.
I'll just have them bring
Well,
some over.
we can do that, but also have a rod specific with a jig on it.
Yeah.
Because I like to have my smaller rod with a jig and just throw in shorter. But if we can get something to where I can really launch it out with a bigger rod, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
If we can
Well,
get
all
the
you got to do is put a weight on it.
I know that, but I'm just saying I don't know like what the best setup would be. He would know that.
if we can get the drone to take that motherfucker like 200 yards, oh my god!
Yeah, but
Yeah, you got to get on the other side of the surf,
you also got
which
to
is
have
hard.
a lot of line on the rod, so it's got to be a bigger reel, and you got to have the right test for the.
Do y'all have a surf fishing rod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a couple of them.
Well, you should be good.
I normally take like 2 or 3 with me. 3, 2 big ones and a smaller one.
You're good. Get it out there far enough.
Yeah,
Have you ever caught anything?
like little shit, nothing like big,
Nothing to eat.
No, I really
Catch a buzz?
Definitely catch a buzz.
Let's face it. That's what it really is.
That's if the kids
Go
aren't.
fishing real quick. I'll be
That's if
back.
the kids aren't like fucking running up and down like crazy people trying to get the ghost crabs and shit.
Yeah.
Because that's normally when we're out there. The kids will come out there with the flashlights and stuff. But yeah, I want to catch some fucking blues because we can fucking grill them up,
Yeah.
while we're there. But I've just never caught it.
I've never had good luck fishing. Like I love it. I enjoy it, but I'm an impatient person. It's like if I'm out there and I'm fishing, I'm not catching anything within like 30 minutes. I'm kind of over it.
Well, surf fishing is hard. Like I said, if the water's rough, the rod's always just going to be doing this the whole time. So you got to really keep an eye on it, and it gets caught up in the fucking sand or seaweed or something to where you're reeling it in and you ain't got,
I could probably last a little bit longer surf fishing or trolling because when you're trolling, you're kind of just moving on the boat. You're kind of chilling, shooting the breeze. And then when you're surf fishing, same thing, chilling on the beach, talking.
See, when I go out on the water, I like trolling, but I also like live lining. Live lining is so much fun because you just throw the rod out and you're actually fishing. You're not just waiting for the rod and the bait to do the work.
That's true.
Like you're actually like, pulling it up every now and then. And once a fish comes on, now you're
I like bass fishing too for that reason.
Yeah,
When you're
bass
throwing it
fishing's
out
fun.
there.
Yeah.
You're doing some angling. Which is
We need to line up a day and go out and catch some redfish because I've never caught them, but everybody who does, when you get in them, it's a blast.
Well, for our little like guys' day in the Outer Banks, I mean, we could do fishing, like go out on a charter.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we did golf, and I assume we were probably going to maybe do golf again.
Oh, for sure. I'm bringing my clubs.
We could do both.
Yeah, because you can do it.
That
Yes.
You can do like a half day fishing charter and then play golf in the afternoon. Or vice versa.
I did a 4 hour.
Because you could do it's like 6-1 usually, I think, and then one in that one on one. So
I did a fishing charter a couple years ago out of the Outer Banks, and we caught a lot of shit. Like a lot of I think they're called rainbow fish. You ever seen those? Like really long and skinny.
I know what you're talking about.
Caught a shit ton of
you mean ribbon?
ribbon fish. I'm sure ribbon
yeah,
fish.
Not rainbow.
Sorry,
Well, even in that Keys fishing trip we took, where literally the snapper are like bluegill out there.
that wasn't
Can't miss 'em.
That wasn't like fishing though.
That was, I know, but there were rods everywhere.
I mean, we were fishing.
And I reeled up one fish, and it wasn't even on my fucking rod. It was because
Yeah.
Matlack wasn't paying attention. So I reeled it in, and that was the only fish I caught. Everybody else is reeling in like 5, 10 snapper.
Dude, and this
Corey
is
probably caught
this
30.
is the fishing. You're standing on the side of the boat, you drop your line straight down, stop, and then you just sit there and wait.
And the water's so clear, you can see 30 feet down the fish biting your freaking bait.
And there's 15 of us around the boat doing the exact same thing. Everyone caught at least 5, and Dennis didn't get a single one on his rod.
No.
That was a miserable fucking day, dude.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was just
that
I was just telling Rob about that the other day because he's talking about taking a trip down to Key West, and I was telling him how you can go right out, fish, catch it, come right back. First mate will fillet it up for you. You walk it right to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And they charge you, what did they charge us, like $2 a fish?
It was
or
$8.
something?
No, it was $8 a person. They would
that's
cook
right.
it 3 different
With
ways:
sides.
fried,
Yeah.
grilled, blackened,
With
and then
sides.
came with 2 sides per person for $8.
Steel.
In Key West?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dante's.
Yeah, Dante's.
Yes.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
So apparently the other places around there though are more expensive than That's how we found Dante's.
Yeah.
It was somebody said was like, don't take him to, because there were restaurants right by the marina where we came into, and they were like, don't take it to them because the guy said it's probably not your fish that they're cooking or that you're getting back, and it was expensive.
That was awesome.
So that's why he said go to Dante's.
That was
Dante's
fun.
the place.
Being able to catch a fish and then eat it like 30 minutes later is awesome.
That was cool. I want to go down there when they do the lobster, when it's open season for lobster.
Yes.
You can go dive for lobster, and like
That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that would be.
They got them at like 5 feet deep for I think it's all you can catch.
And that's
too.
right up my alley because I am not diving down 20 feet.
Oh, I can't. I'm maybe good at like 10 feet.
Yep, 10,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? I don't need lobster that bad.
We should go at night.
Let me do it. Let me go
There's
a
like
day.
sharks swimming around.
Let me go a
and stuff
day first.
You don't
and
even
then
know.
I'll
No
think about it.
No thanks.
Let me do day first, and then I'll think about that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Mike.
Dude, that lobster, that's sketchy too, because sometimes you're reaching up under stuff and you can't see them, but you're reaching up under there trying to pull them out
Yeah.
where they're at. And
Oh, you're tickling them.
Let's be serious though. At daytime or at nighttime in Key West, I mean, we're going to be in no position to be in the water at all.
No.
I would be down
It's
for
unsafe.
another guy's Keys trip. It doesn't have to be Key West. It can even be like, Key Largo or any of the other Keys. What's the
Marathon.
big fishing one? Oh, gosh. I can't remember the name of the key, but there's another one that's like well known for fishing. It's more low key, but rent an Airbnb.
Not Marathon, right?
No, not Marathon. I think that's the first one, right?
No, Key Largo is the first one, I believe.
Well, let's not let
Yeah,
the truth. I'll
fact
find
check.
it afterwards. I'll fact check myself. But just renting an Airbnb and just fishing for like 3 days would be a blast.
Isla
that
Mirada.
would be fun.
Isla Mirada. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, so no, it's Key Largo, Isla Mirada, then Layton, Conch Key, then Marathon, Big Pine Key, and then Boca Chica Key, and then Key West.
That would be a
Old
blast.
Duval Street. Yeah, her dad's talking about like renting one of those, Mercedes campers,
Oh, the Sprinter van?
the Sprinter van. Yeah, the Mercedes Sprinter van, and just doing like a trip driving down the Key West.
That would be
Keys,
fun.
That would be
dude.
fun.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, y'all fucking should spend that money. Go see some shit.
I bet most of the campgrounds that you would stay at are probably beautiful.
Oh,
like
yeah.
right on the beach.
You could probably back
probably
the van
park right on the
up
beach,
to the
yeah.
beach.
Yeah.
Get that fishing rod out.
They've got tarpon fishing, bonefish, all that stuff too. So you can do like the flat water fishing with fly reels.
That's
That would be
exactly
fun.
what I picture when I'm retired. Is like
Same.
just driving because how long are the bridges driving to Key West? 20 miles or something.
I don't know. I've never done it.
Just driving. Blue water surrounds me, and I'm probably going the speed limit because I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere.
Well, one of my favorite hobbies is just looking at real estate in the Keys. I mean, it's unaffordable, but I just love it. Like one day just dreaming like, dude, I would be so sick to live somewhere in the Keys.
Speaking of real estate in the Keys, Guess who said that they're looking at renting a house? I think it was a house right now, a condo, for the winter months and staying down there. Josh and Sarah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he said
That would be
he's
sick.
got some clients down there. So they just got back from visiting a client down there, and he was like, you know what? We should just rent a house and be down here in the winter months. I'm like, yeah, y'all should.
Yeah,
Let me know.
Snowbird.
Let me let us know. We'll come down and check it out.
Yeah, that's a life right there.
Mikey, God, rest in peace. But every year he would buy or rent out an Airbnb for the winter in Costa Rica because he loved going surfing, and it was dirt cheap, dude. I don't remember exactly what it was. He would do it. They would do it every winter and just go whenever they felt like it.
Fantastic
He
fishing.
loved going surfing.
I was in on your Costa Rica trip, by the way, when we did the PowerPoint presentation. That would have been, dude. That would have been.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's affordable. Fishing's fantastic. If you want to surf, sure, it'd be worth trying at the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good vacation.
I've always wanted to.
I don't know if Costa Rica would have been better than Turks
Turks was
for me.
great.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's a different vacation, I would say. It's a more active vacation where you're not chilling. You're going and doing stuff. You're fishing. You're surfing.
It's
you're
still on the
hiking.
list. I think it should still stay on the list though of possible places.
Definitely needs to be on the list.
Yeah.
Because we talk about, we had like a private chef to come to the house and like, we'll go out fishing, get the shit, and then cook it up. Dude, that
Yeah,
would so
that would be
fucking
sick.
fun.
I put a lot of work into that PowerPoint.
You did.
That was like
You
the
did good.
morning
Dude,
of,
I'm telling
too.
you, I was in. I was locked in on that one. That was my go-to right there.
Are we due for another PowerPoint adults
Yeah.
trip?
Yeah.
We are. We usually go every 2 years, and this is
But you already know what's going to be
Yeah,
on it.
second
It ain't going to
year,
be. It ain't going to be anything close to water.
what were we talking
Well,
about?
maybe, but
What were we talking about last weekend? I think it was.
Are you talking about Las Vegas? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
no, I'm pretty sure there's going to be either something in Europe or
Oh God,
Oh,
that's a hard adult trip because then you're gonna have to go for at least
yeah.
12, 13.
well, and when I do that, I want to go for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you have to.
Take your time, go wherever the hell you want.
Well, it's a day of traveling.
Yeah,
So if you go for a week, you're only going to be there for 5 days.
There's no such thing as us doing.
I know. Well, never say never.
Well, they ain't taking the
Maybe
kids.
Michael hit the fucking lottery or a huge $100,000
Yeah, but
parlay
we
and we'll
can't be
go.
away from the kids for that long. Nowhere in the next fucking 15 years, at least.
Yeah, it's tough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dreams.
It's
hey, put it on the
put it
docket,
on.
though.
Yeah.
Although I did go to Italy last year and my parents came up and watched the kids for 13 days. So
Yeah.
it's possible.
But again, as a group trip, I don't think all of us could do that at the same time.
The odds are slim.
Yeah.
But you know how you find out? You shoot your shot.
Just book it.
Shoot your shot.
Fuck it, book it.
I'm less concerned with the babysitter situation and more concerned with the cost of
bank
the
account?
trip situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That'll get you.
because 3 weeks, if you're vacationing anywhere for 3 weeks, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there'd be any other trips for the year.
Where were we talking about? I think it was last weekend. We were talking about doing a last minute adult trip this summer, like in the midst of all our other vacations.
Was I there?
Yeah, we were sitting out here.
I don't remember that.
I think we said. I think I threw out. Why don't we just go back to Clearwater again? And then Ashley was like, why don't we just do Ocean City for a weekend? Cheap, we can drive straight there.
Quick drive. Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I mean, they got good bars.
I mean, anywhere where you get time away from the kids
Yeah.
is a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know about you. I love my kids.
I mean, look, we always throw the disclaimer out there. Look, I love my kids, but a break is nice and it's
Yeah.
healthy for everybody.
For sure.
You, the kids.
For sure. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that'll come to fruition, but I mean, we go every 2 years. So if we don't go, then we're breaking tradition.
This is true.
Or we could just wait until Dennis and Lauren go to Myrtle and just drive to Myrtle one weekend.
That's always. I mean, that would be easy.
It'd be real easy for you until you got 7 air mattresses on the floor of your in-laws.
Well, all we got to do
Move over, Big Dennis.
all we got to do is mention it to the girls, and the wheels will be
Oh,
they'll be planned. And
they were here. Actually, I think you and Cassie had gone home, but it was me, Tony, Amanda, and Ashley.
yeah,
Sitting
Now
out
that
there
you
talking.
say that, I think I do remember talking about Ocean City.
Yeah. I mean, how long is it? Well, I haven't been to Ocean City in a few years. I know you guys go every summer, but
Yeah.
it's different when you go.
either.
It's
Yeah,
different when you go with kids.
Yeah, with kids.
When you're going with adults, it's like
There's a lot to do for adults in Ocean City.
And Ocean City's been built up. I feel like since we've used to go there a lot. Like there's all kinds of new shit, new restaurants that I've seen when we last were there that I haven't got to experience yet because I'm not taking my kids out to every meal.
Well, with that though,
Not if you want to enjoy yourself.
We're getting takeout.
even though there are newer restaurants that we should be trying, we always go to the same
same
ones.
one.
Which are?
Purple Moose.
Yeah, Rope Walk, Secrets.
We got a rope walk
Faggers.
for kids though.
But I'm saying it's just like the same places that we go to.
They are.
I'm not talking about the bars per se. I'm talking about like restaurants.
Restaurants, yeah, for sure. I agree. I
got-
like trying new places. So.
They got a video casino too
Where?
in Ocean City.
Dover or Ocean Downs.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yeah,
No,
they
there's-
they
there's
got table games there.
now.
Do they?
Oh, they've had table.
They've
games
had it
there.
for years.
I haven't been in like 10
Really?
years.
I didn't know that.
I haven't seen
Ocean
him.
City-
I haven't seen him in person, but I think
I've played him.
You played him.
Yeah, Ocean City is killing it right now with all these festivals that they're putting on. Did y'all see how crowded it was at the Rock on the Boardwalk or something?
I saw that this
Boardwalk,
past
Rock,
weekend.
whatever the hell it was
Rock
called.
Walk or something.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah, I saw that.
I bet you the OC police are just fucking hating life down there.
Oh,
Dude, they love that
Paddy
shit.
wagon is
No,
full.
dude, they
Paddy wagon
thrive.
is
hey,
full.
hey, they've probably been hiring for years.
Dude, they
Increase
thrive
that.
on that shit, dude.
Seasonal work, 3 months.
I got
$100 an hour.
I got pulled over by a damn bicycle cop in Ocean City.
When? Senior week?
Yeah,
Oh, 08?
it was a senior week. I don't remember which year it was.
Did you deserve it?
No, dude. And I had like 2 jugs of jungle juice on the front seat, like on the floor of in the front, and I was sweating, dude. And then he pulled me over for not. I had a green arrow, and he said I didn't stop, so that's why he pulled me over.
You don't have
We
to
were-
stop.
That's what I said. We were arguing back and forth, and I was like, all right, well, like, what are we doing here? So then he asked for my license, right? Then he comes back and says, where's the person that's supposed to be in your car? Because I guess he thought that I was still on my provisionals, where you had to have someone in the, or my learners. How did that work? I don't even remember.
I think if
Where you
you're-
had to have someone in the car with you,
You're
if you're under
or you couldn't.
under 18, I think you
Your
technically work.
professional license
Yeah.
is when you have to have somebody
But
over the age.
No.
But on your learners, you have to have someone with a valid driver's license
in there with
passengers.
So I had no one with me, and he was arguing with me, like trying to tell me that I had to have someone with me, and I was like, look, with all due respect, you're wrong. I was like, I'll call a cop friend right now, and he'll tell you that you're wrong. And I did,
Dude, I got buddies that are cops.
dude, and I did. I did. I don't even
never heard that
know who it was. It might have been Lewis, dude. I don't even know.
and he talked to
Dude, my dad's a lawyer.
Yes, he talked to the cop and said, "You are dead wrong. He is allowed to drive by himself."
He called his buddy.
I did.
called me.
The
I
cop
do
was
air
at the
conditioning for a
window.
Oh yeah, officer, that's totally incorrect.
I got a buddy that's in
Yeah.
DC Academy right now. He's a police officer.
This is Officer
fact-
Officer Donaldson, badge number 6969420.
He did tell me. He's like, I don't give a shit what he says. You're getting a ticket.
Really?
Yeah, and I did, and I ended up just paying it. But
I mean, you'd be a shitty cop if you called your cop buddy on the phone and he told you that that's not breaking the law. I mean, oh, okay. Well,
Okay,
shit,
yeah, I
then.
believe him.
Have a nice night, sir.
Hey, did you try that when you got pulled over for your DUI too? I'll call my cop friend right now. You can drink and drive. Shit.
no,
Dude, you know who my
I never got it. I never got a DUI.
My dad's a
I did
top
get
lawyer in this state
I'm
right
just
now.
kidding. Yeah, hey,
That night was fucked up.
I don't think I got to that point in the police academy booklet, but I'm pretty sure you didn't need
I know I did.
someone in the driver's.
I know I
passenger
didn't need
seat.
it.
All right. Did you have a license?
Yes.
Like, was it a provisional license?
Were you
What is that?
17?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
then
he
Yeah.
had-
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think you had your provisional until you're 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think with a provisional license, it's up to a certain time that you're good. After a certain time, you have to have an adult.
I
No
think,
shot.
I think
It's
you're right.
something.
No way.
I think
No way.
I actually, you know what? I think that is right.
Yeah.
You're
So
basically
you're
allowed
telling
to go
me-
to
so
school,
you're-
work,
hold on, hold on.
and back, but like they assume you're going to be back by like 9.
Yeah.
and
I
anything
think the
after-
times are like, I think it was like 12 to 5 a.m.
Yeah,
What time was this
I didn't learn that in driver's
that
school.
you got pulled over?
you weren't paying
It's during the day.
I think
Oh, it was during the day? Then you're good.
I was leaving. We were leaving.
What were you doing with the jungle juice, though? It was during the day.
You know, I don't know why I
was
took
transporting
it.
it.
I don't know why I took it with me.
Oh.
But I brought it.
That's
I brought
illegal.
it back home.
That's illegal.
Well, I'm disappointed.
Well, yeah, I was more worried about that than what he actually gave me the ticket for.
That's why you didn't argue him too hard because you
No.
knew you had fucking alcohol.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed you came home with alcohol because that just tells me you didn't have a good enough time.
dude, I don't know why I had it. To be honest,
I think I'm more disappointed at the fact that you were in a vehicle and you got pulled over by a bike cop.
me too.
You
Dude,
could have just fucking gone.
He rides out in the middle of the road and is pointing at me, and I'm like, "Well, you can't see that, but
You know,
I'm like, is he trying to pull me over? Like, what I didn't do? I like,
you know what you should have done? Just pointed right back at him.
hey man,
No, you the man.
You fucking rock.
I think I just have that face where,
You're up to no good.
yeah,
Did you guys see there's a major movement for like gingers? Have you seen that?
I have. Yeah,
I saw something
I
on
was just
Twitter.
gonna get into that.
Okay, that was that made me think of it. There's a big movement out there, basically saying that
Easy segue.
gingers feel like they're treated lesser in society and they don't have the same advantages, basically being discriminated against.
fucking A.
Well,
I
That's
feel
what this was,
discriminated
Jacob.
every day.
You were discriminated against by that big cop.
not only that, but there's a thing going around on TikTok that gingers are actually related into the African American community.
Oh,
So you, my friend, are African American. You are a minority.
maybe I need to do a 23andMe
Yeah.
No, what you need to do,
and get my minority.
You haven't
status.
seen any of that stuff on TikTok?
No,
What you need to do-
I don't. I
didn't
don't
see
get on
that.
TikTok. I don't get on TikTok.
with this new information, you need to go start your own company
Yeah,
and go
You're a minority now.
take a
dude.
bunch of work.
I like it.
That's the pathway to success.
I like it.
I don't know who sent that meme earlier or that reel that was like, I work every day and I'm still broke.
on Instagram.
Yeah, somebody sent
What
that.
that sent that?
It's so true though.
I saw a meme. It was like, finally made my last truck payment. I still owe $25,000. I'm just not paying anymore.
Amen, brother.
All right, what do we want to get into? NFL schedule? Talk a little football with the NFL schedule release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's get into some sports.
Hold on, before we get into that, it's something I wanted to bring up for a few episodes now.
Oh, here
Probably
we go.
3 episodes ago,
we go.
we were talking about the dire wolves,
Direwolves.
and all that.
No, this was fucking coming.
I'm giving you props, Tony, because a lot of the stuff you were saying was true.
Huh.
In regards to
You fucked up, Jacob.
I know.
Hold on. Say that again.
No,
No.
From the beginning.
no, you were not wrong in the truth. You might not have known what you were talking about, but you were not wrong.
Okay. Pause there, motherfucker, because I know what I'm talking about.
No, so they are not actual dire wolves.
Exactly.
Okay. On the way back from Florida, I listened to an episode where I learned all this stuff from, and it jogged the old memory. And
so what are they if they're not actual dire wolves that are being advertised as dire wolves?
so
They're just fucking
Genetically modified wolves?
modified fucking wolves.
they are genetically modified wolves. You are 100% correct, and it's Jim Heffelfinger's episode. It's Meat Eater episode 564. It's another guy with Colossal. He is the he's like the conservationist for Colossal. So he helps place these animals that they're trying to clone, and in environments that where they can thrive and survive. And the process of cloning is extracting living cells or tissues or genetically modifying something as close as they can to that DNA. They can't get DNA off of a 65 million year old fossil.
Well, that's is
Shocker.
But they
Shocker.
did have DNA from a skull of a direwolf that was found recently.
and that is what they said in
Yes.
that Joe Rogan episode. He basically said that we don't have a full genetic sequence, a full DNA strand for this, but what we have the ability to do with whatever technology that they have is whatever's missing, fill those missing pieces in.
So
Once
the
they
technology,
have like over 50, I think it was 15% of the DNA or something, then that's enough to
completed.
the AI can like complete it.
Yeah.
So what it's called genomic sequencing technology. That's what they use to create the DNA and the genome to create these animals.
But I guess what that guy's saying is it's not technically a dire wolf because you can't prove that it's the exact DNA strand because we don't have one to even compare it to.
Correct.
Right.
And then what their whole goal is to prevent species extinction. And they already did it prior with dodo birds. Like this is direwolves and all that. It's not their first thing. They've already repopulated like dodo birds wherever the hell dodo birds live.
But like my thought is like I believe in Darwinism, only the strong survive. So like if they're extinct, are they extinct for a reason? And then if you repopulate the earth with them when God's plan was to make them extinct, then what kind of problems are we introducing? And because like let's say they recreate a T-Rex. Looks like a T-Rex, talks like a T-Rex, walks like a T-Rex.
But it's not really
it's
a
not
T-Rex.
technically a T-Rex, but it's a fucking T-Rex.
They said they would never do that though. They would never recreate.
This is where it starts, dude.
But
Come
see,
on.
Okay,
But
time,
what-
pause,
but the
pause,
craziest thing about
pause.
this, you
Hold
know
on,
what they're
pause.
using?
Hold on, pause. You said that they would never do that with dinosaurs because the fuckers are not real. There's no such thing.
Okay.
What's not?
I'm gonna.
There's no fucking such thing as all these fucking dinosaurs. Fucking no.
Dinosaurs aren't real?
No, they are not. We've already gotten into this.
Okay, but why make it up?
Why make it up?
That's the only question I have.
Okay. Why make up a lot of shit?
But it's a question.
Again, I think a lot of the dinosaur stuff, it's kind of just a fantasy world that we're living in and it attaches to kids. It's very easy to get the kids' minds going and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that serves no purpose.
But
though.
like Predator the movie, that's a fantasy. That's a sci-fi movie. They don't recreate skeletons of aliens.
They don't have to. They're already here.
Aliens are here. They're among us.
let me ask you a question.
So aliens are here. Dinosaurs aren't real.
Let me ask you a question.
Dinosaurs.
If you walked up onto them uncovering buried dinosaur bones, right, or buried bones that appeared to be like a dinosaur shape, let's just say,
I saw that too. I don't know what it is.
would you believe it, or would you still be skeptical? If you've seen it with your own eyes,
If I saw the full sculpture of a larger animal,
yeah, let's just call it a dinosaur, but it's we don't really know. Let's just say a large animal.
then yeah, I mean, it's right there in front of me. But
Right.
what is that? To say it's a fucking T-Rex or a fucking Velociraptor or whatever the fuck it is, like no, like now we're just making up shit.
Well, I mean that's what
We don't know. We don't know these people. This is why I have a hard time, especially with the direwolf situation. We're trying to label things now in the 21st century, millions of years ago, and labeling them as certain things when we don't even know what the fuck was going on millions and millions of years ago. And again, the millions and millions of years ago with this whole, my fucking brain and how I feel about the whole earth and everything like that. Millions and millions of fucking years ago. We don't fucking know what was going
All right,
on.
well, what do you,
There were more than just larger animals or even giants. And again, getting back to, certain buildings on larger doors and larger, just everything. Everything was bigger back then.
what's your
Just
theory?
don't know if I would believe uncovering a full fossil and somebody tell me, oh yeah, this is this. How the fuck do you know what that is? You were not fucking here millions and millions of years ago. So how can you say that over the time, even let's just say 1,000 years, okay? 1,000 years ago, and you have this history of somebody saying, yeah, 1,000 years ago, this person found this, and they are saying that it was this. Who's to say that information 1,000 years ago wasn't what they were saying that it was, but we're going off of information 1,000 years ago. Now we're trying to say, yeah, this is what it is because this person said it. Information passed over on years, just to say fucking 5 years ago, has totally altered on what things actually are. So over time, lies get spread, misinformation and everything like that. I have a hard time believing in dinosaurs and all that shit. I just don't. You can't fucking tell me that there was this big fucking velociraptor flying around fucking skies and all of a sudden they're extinct and buried underground. People are finding them and they're, yeah, well, yeah, this is this. I can't, bro. I can't. It doesn't have any purpose for my life. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't care. But again, asking me about it, I just don't believe it.
What about, do you believe in like the Calvert Cliffs and the megalodon teeth they find falling out of those and how the water level was high? I mean, do you believe in that? You can see it. You've seen them.
Yeah, but that's real. That is.
What do you mean?
That is.
They've found actual.
It's uncovered.
That is what we're finding. But again, that's what's beneath us too. How much more shit is beneath us that we don't know?
What I'm saying is they find this massive tooth that comes out of the Calvert Cliffs, and then they use that information. Do you believe in the megalodon? What those tooth where they came from? Do you believe in?
I can't,
because they're pretty much dinosaurs.
I can't really.
So if you
speak
could
on
believe in
because
that,
I
but you
just
can't
don't
believe
know.
in finding bones and then thinking that's a dinosaur. Like I don't know how you can believe one and not the other.
But see, I think you're kind of like misunderstanding what I'm saying. Certain bones and stuff, when them labeling them as this sort of fucking creature that was up larger than us, that's up flying around or roaming this fucking earth or whatever it may be, I just don't believe what they say things are.
So you're saying they might find random bones, piece them together, and say it looks like this. But in reality, it could look like something.
Are there
completely different.
fossils and stuff that people are finding these days that we're uncovering and they're larger and it's this larger species that we have no idea about? Yes, I'm not saying that this shit's fake. We're finding it. I'm not saying that. But what it's being labeled as, I don't fucking believe it, bro.
So
Isn't there a museum that has actual dinosaur bones?
Yeah, the
where they found-
Smithsonian.
Smithsonian.
In Washington D.C.
So
you
you're telling, so it's not real.
All those bones though are not.
They're not real. The shit in the
They're not
museum is not real, bro.
Only about half of them. I think about half of them are real, and then they design the
Fucking
rest.
design to make it look like what they're telling you that it is, and it's not.
Don't
There's
fact check me on
fucking
that, but I'm pretty
chance
sure
that every single bone that you see in the fucking Smithsonian, whatever fucking museum that is, there's not a shot in hell that fucking T-Rex that they got posted up in the fuck. There's no shot. That is every single fucking bone from that whatever they found, and that's what it is.
Are you fact checking that?
Sorry,
Dennis?
that's not what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. Well,
The Land Before Time,
I appreciate
the movie.
your
Okay.
ideals and thoughts, and I respect
Getting back
And I
to
respect
dialogue.
them. For all the Jurassic Park fans out there, even though the new trailer looks badass for the new Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, Jurassic Park was all a lie, not real. Amber is you know how they have the mosquito and the amber and all that? Amber is a poor preserve for DNA.
It says many of the dinosaur skeletons on display at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History are real fossils. However, some exhibits, especially those with dynamic poses or complete skeletons, may include casts or replicas of original fossils.
Right. So we're creating something that's not even potentially real. Like you just can't, guys. I can't.
Well, nothing that this company is creating is actually what it was back then. So
because
woolly mammoths,
Can't recreate that type of stuff.
woolly mammoths, you will see them by 2028, if not earlier.
You see the woolly mice?
But again, getting back to what Dennis says, if they went extinct, okay, what is the fucking point of recreating something to put back on this earth? Who's to say that if it is recreated, that it won't destroy everything that is on this earth right now? There's a reason why the fucker went extinct. And it's not because global warming and they got taken out because fucking the earth is fucking heating up and bullshit. Don't believe it. But again, why are we recreating this shit?
Maybe not so much dinosaurs. Okay, get away from the dinosaurs. There are other animals that went extinct that are beneficial to conservation and the environment. Okay, you need to listen to this whole podcast. Seriously.
What is a woolly mammoth? What's the purpose of it for our earth? It went extinct for a reason. A reason.
I do agree. Like, what
I agree with
benefit
you
is
on
it going to
that.
give to reintroduce to society? Or
Well, really, it's to save the
natural
permafrost in
world.
Siberia.
I'm telling you, the more that we fuck around
Yeah.
with all these AI and genetically recreated animals and whatever else, I mean, they're even doing with fucking humans. I'm telling you, we keep fucking with it, and we're going to get overtaken. We ain't got to worry about the aliens.
It's a scary thing.
We're going to get overtaken by the shit that we are fucking doing.
AI?
I'm with you on that. We're going to be our own demise at some point.
Yeah.
AI is a scary thing, dude. It's a scary thing. Segueing into something else real quick.
Segwaying.
Segue.
Okay, Paul.
4,300 years ago,
How many?
catastrophic flood.
How many years ago?
4,300.
Okay.
Catastrophic flood.
Mm-hmm.
What happened 43 years ago?
What happened?
4,300 years ago.
What happened? 43. I don't
Noah's
know.
Ark.
I wasn't alive.
Noah's Ark sank.
I know where
Okay.
with this.
They think they just found Noah's Ark, allegedly.
Haven't they already?
American researchers from Noah's Ark, it's called Noah's Ark scans, claiming they found the 515-foot Noah's Ark. Radar shows at 538 feet, and they even on the scans, this crazy technology that they have, dude. The technology they have nowadays is crazy. They can see like the rectangular voids under the earth, like in the same shape of Noah's Ark and the way it was described in the Bible. They can see it's almost to the T of the way
And they can even
it was
see
described in the Bible.
the different types of animal remains in the different compartments and cabinets of this ship.
Yeah. So the way the book of Genesis describes it describes it at 538 feet with 3 decks and a door on the side. And they can see the hallways under the earth, like with these scans. And it was found in Turkey, 18 miles south from Mount Ararat, which is where the Bible describes it, like its last location. There was traces of marine life, salt, and clay found in the mountain slopes, supporting the idea of a massive flood in the region. Where it's at now is 6,300 feet above sea level. Think about that for a minute. Above sea level. Colorado, I forgot exactly what they said, but Colorado is like at that sea level.
Yeah, I think Yosemite's only like 8,000, 9,000 at its peak.
Yeah. But think about that. They found it at modern day 6,300 feet above sea level.
So that means there's
think of all the water
6,300 feet
of more water.
Am I thinking about
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
How far is it under the earth, though?
I mean, it's sitting right on top. It looks like a mountain. It looks like a perfectly shaped boat of a mountain.
So it's
mountain.
close.
Yeah.
It's on the surface, essentially.
Right.
So it's all right. I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. It's 6,300 feet above sea level.
Right now.
Above sea level. What the area that it's in? What area like how high up of sea level is that area?
Right now, I have no idea.
I don't even know if I'm wording that correct.
No, I get what you're saying. Right now, I have no idea.
No, you're not.
I don't get what you're saying because the answer to your question would be 6,300 feet.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like where. I don't even know how to word that.
We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back.
No, you're saying where?
Quick word from our sponsors. And we're back.
Yeah, I
Pretty wild
I get,
stuff, dude.
yes, you are right. It is that area is 6,300 feet above sea level.
I'm pretty sure sea level.
That's wild to think, though. Like how
it
much
does, but
water?
it's still sea level.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 6,300 feet of water. So if that was that big of a cataclysmic storm, then there was, I mean, an insane amount of water.
Wouldn't that cover the whole earth?
Yeah, I would think it would have to. Maybe like the tallest peak.
Well,
on Earth.
that was so. We'll make this short. Okay.
Jesus.
And that's why the earth is flat.
That's what everybody says before they don't make it short.
And that's why the earth is flat.
You know what?
what
We
you're
don't, we
about
don't
to
have to talk about it. It's okay.
Hey, do you believe in Mars?
No. I don't.
So in the future, if Elon Musk has life on Mars and he offers it to you and you need to do it to survive, would you
No, it's a bait.
a bait to what?
It's just a bait. It's just a fucking headline.
A bait
dude.
for death.
It's just a fucking headline.
Tony, can you tell?
They don't want you to die. They want you to keep paying taxes.
No.
Not like that. Not like the.
No, because then they'll tell you that it's tax free in Mars. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. You're just fucking taking me some fucking desert island and you're going to fucking tell me it's this.
And do what with you?
I don't know. Fucking make me pay taxes.
Do you not pay taxes currently?
I do pay taxes. I pay way too fucking much, Dennis.
Hey, speaking of taxes, did you see that
That was the right answer.
the Supreme Court passed the no tax on tips?
Sweet.
They did.
The final, yep, it's finalized.
About time.
Now they need to do
Good
no
for
tax
the-
on overtime, right, Tony?
Absolutely, dude.
Maybe we can go on a Europe trip.
But
if they
there's-
cut
I
out
think
those
they should get rid of
on
taxes.
But
Period.
there's going to be a cutoff with that. I mean, everything that our government does, there's always something on the back end. There's always something. So no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. I'm sure that there's a cutoff.
You mean like
No tax on tips, but if you make $100,000 on tips, you're fucking paying taxes.
you mean like here's
If you're
a
making $100,000 on tips, you're you're the best
What I'm
stripper
just
there
saying-
is.
I'm not saying it's going to be that much, but I'm saying that it's going to be there. There has to be something. There's no shot in hell that you can have unlimited tax on tips and the government's not getting anything out of you. Sorry, you're not. So there's something on the fine line underneath, all the way in that fucking probably 750 page fucking report, that bill that they passed. It's hidden in there somewhere. Same thing with the no tax on overtime. From what has came out, the no tax on overtime, there's like a cutoff limit. If you make over like $150,000 a year, you're ineligible for the no tax on overtime. So that's like,
Well, you're gonna make that. I mean, you mean like if your base salary is over 150?
no. I don't know the full thing, but again, there's a point to where it's taxable.
Well, you're gonna have a managerial nightmare too, because you're gonna be trying to staff an office or an organization, and all the guys are gonna be like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm not working overtime for the rest of this year because it's not."
Well, they'll just get
Well,
they'll just get rid of overtime. They'll just make you work 4 out of the 5 days a week.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not paying you overtime.
I saw somewhere today.
They're going to get something out of it, dude. Like, let's be real.
proposed a 4-day work week, only working 6 hours a day.
How's that going to work?
Sounds great to me. I don't know. I would love that.
I mean, okay, so your salary. So
If my salary stayed the same, 4-day work week,
but it
6
won't.
hours a day,
But it
I'm
won't.
good.
But it won't.
I know, but it would be sweet.
that's my hours in the winter.
So you're trying to say that they're going to pay you the same, but have you work less?
I don't know. I don't know the details on it. I just seen a quick video on it.
That type of stuff. Yes, it's great for like your everyday server that's working in a restaurant. Making an average of what, like maybe $200 in a restaurant. Restaurant, like an average restaurant, not like a high scale restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's good for those people because they're not being taxed. And honestly, here's my hot take on tips. After like thinking about this over and over and even seeing like different reports about it, I don't think it's necessarily fair as me as a visitor to your restaurant that I should have to pay a percentage, a proper percentage on the amount that you are saying the food cost in your restaurant to pay your server. How about you just pay your server the proper amount to serve food in your restaurant, and I, as the visitor, should just be able to tip what I think that service is worth. If I go into Applebee's right up the street, average meal, $16. Okay. Let's just say a family, let's just keep even numbers. Let's say it's fucking $10 a fucking meal. An average family, 4 people, you're going in there spending 40, 50, $60. So you're trying to say I need to pay 20% of that $60 average just to be fair to the server, when all they have to do is go back and get my food, bring it out to the table. But again, I'm going to a high scale steak restaurant to where you're charging me fucking $100 a steak. We order 2 steaks. Now it's $200. They're doing the same amount of work.
Yep.
But you are charging me more for your product. So you expect me, since you charge me more for your product, that I need to pay more for a tip for a server. I just don't think that's right as me as a visitor to your restaurant. I should be able to tip whatever I think that server is worth on what they're doing for me. If I am asking my server to go back and forth, hey, I need ketchup. Hey, I need an extra set of silverware. Hey, I need some napkins. Hey, I like another drink, this and that. I would pay them what they have done for me. So saying that I need to, the average is 20%. You pay less than 20%, you get ragged by some of these fuckers that are working in the industry as a server. And again, rightfully so. But again, they're not getting paid properly from their manager or restaurant for what they're worth on what their job is.
You should almost tip like per plate.
Yes.
In Europe, they pay them salaries, and you only tip it could be a $200 meal, and you're giving them like €5. And they're grateful for it because they're getting a healthy salary.
We have all gone to restaurants where we have had shitty service at the table side from our server. That person should not be paid the same amount as the other person that's coming in,
busting their ass.
How are you doing? Coming into our table.
Don't tip them the same amount of money.
But again,
they don't make you tip that much.
But again, if you don't, you get ragged and you get called a cheapskate or whatever it may be as a visitor to their restaurant when they're not doing their job properly.
That's what I would say. When they complain about it, I would say they sucked. I didn't get a refill I was dying of thirst.
I'll be honest, lately, I have been tipping what I feel is need to be tipped. I'm not tipping you what you put on that fucking receipt on 15%, 20%, 25%, 30%, because they always put that number on there. This is what the number of what percentage you should tip. I'm sorry, I don't do that.
Oh, they had that.
If you're going to be a good server to me and my table, again, my kids are sometimes assholes in restaurants, and I get it. But if you're not being a good server and coming up to my table, making sure that my glass is full every single time, or I got plenty of napkins at the table, or you're bringing my food out properly on how I ordered it, and ensuring that when you go back to the kitchen and give the kitchen staff my ticket on what I ordered and how I want my steak or how I want my burger, and it's coming out wrong, I'm sorry, I'm not tipping you.
Well, right. I think you do have a point to an extent, because we went to a concert this week, and at the concert, it was like $16, $17 for a beer. All they do is reach in the cooler, pop the top, and hand it to you.
Yeah.
And the tip was 20, 25%, and 30%. It was like $4 tip for literally cracking open a beer. I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, sign me up for that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
You're probably making $2,000 in a night.
And again, look at it like this. As a server, say if that's what you want to do as your job, why the fuck you down here at Applebee's when you could be at motherfucking Ruth Chris?
Yeah. I'm guessing they're not
Ruth
Chris caliber. Can they make a wine recommendation for
do these
30-day dry aged porterhouse?
Again, that's you put in the job application. That's what you feel that you are good at. If you're good at your job, you'll get the tip.
The thing too,
just because you work in these high scale end restaurants doesn't mean that I have to pay more for a tip just because the ownership is making me pay more for my meal.
I agree. But either way, let's say they paid him a salary. the restaurant's got to get that money from somewhere because they're going to keep their bottom line profit the same. Otherwise, they can't stay in business. So all you're going to do is pay
more
$10 more for your food.
But servers are always minimum wage on your average restaurant.
In America.
They're not on a salary based system. These servers are making fucking $10, $12 an hour.
I don't even
from the business.
I don't even
And
think it's
no,
that.
they don't
it's
even
like,
get
it's
that.
like four.
That's
It's
what I'm
like
saying.
$4.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even, bartenders or, something, they're making fucking pennies from the restaurant and they're relying on people to give them tips.
Well-
So to say, getting back to the whole bill on the no tax on tips and stuff, that's good if you're bringing in the tips because you're not foreseeing that on your actual salary. So you're not going to, if you're just making money off of your tips, you're not going to claim that because you're just not. It's tips. You're
Well,
not
in a
getting taxed on
normal
that.
bar, you're not a bartender's getting. They don't get anything but the tips.
Right.
Well,
Why is that my responsibility when you hired this, man or woman to sit behind your bar and serve beer or make drinks?
Dude.
Why is it my responsibility to pay them?
Here's the thing. You're going to have people quitting corporate jobs to go be servers if there's no tax on tips. Because if you're a server at a good restaurant, you're probably making six figures already. And if you're not paying taxes on any of that, that's equivalent to making $150,000 with taxes.
Right,
So you're going
but
to have people quitting a $150,000 a year job to go be a server and not pay taxes.
But what's also on that fine line that I'm talking about that they don't tell you about, to where if you do make the certain amount in tips, or do you have to claim that money still and everything but not get taxed on it? So like if I'm a bartender and let's just say cash, right? You can hide cash easily. So if I'm tipping you in cash, there's no way for the government to find that. But if I'm paying with a credit card and I'm tipping you money on the credit card, that is seen by the restaurant that has to claim it to the actual server. And now that's added into your salary. Is that what it is? I don't know. There has to be something on the fine line in a fine print that they don't tell you about. It's just a massive headline saying no tax on tips. Oh, rah, rah. We're good.
Did they pass it? Is that what happened?
It moved through the Senate unanimously. Yeah.
The next step is talk about 2026 NFL football schedules.
I'd like to get in it.
Who do the Manders have? Michael, how do you feel about? Did we talk much about Pickens? We did.
Yeah.
Still feel good about that? That one meme I sent was funny as hell.
For now.
There was a
You said that's enough.
speaking of that, there was a video, I guess.
These
CD Lamb,
motherfuckers keep sending me.
dude.
Cowboys hate.
Those
They're
fucking
so funny, dude. That one was killing me.
those AI faces with
Oh my
like the
God.
people, dude. Those things are funny as shit.
I can just picture y'all just
We are. But
chuckling away.
get back to it. I saw a video that it was of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and they both, I think it was CeeDee Lamb that was talking, and he was like, there is no 1 and 2. We're both ones. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, brother, that's only going to last a little bit until somebody's getting more catches than the other person. Turmoil in fucking Dallas starts a fucking, I'm not saying it's going to be CD because I have a lot of respect for CD. I think he's a great player. I don't think he's the one that's out fucking whining and crying about the ball. But
I got
unless George Pickens finds, Jesus, a coming to Jesus moment in Dallas, which I don't think he's going to find, he is just going to be another cancer in that locker room, just like what's his name was, Dez Bryant.
I got the Cowboys winning 14 games this year.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Let's move on.
Giants Commanders. First game of the season.
Russell Wilson at quarterback for the G-Men?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. That was
Jackson
going to be my
Dart?
follow-up question. Is Jackson Dart going to start week one?
No.
I like him, though. I'm telling you, I like that kid.
I like him too, but I don't think he's starting.
He's just fun. Like, he just looks like he's having fun out there. It seems like the guys like him. He's a
pretty
goofball.
boy. He's a pretty boy.
He's sunshine, goofball. He's a modern
Sunshine.
millennial version of sunshine.
Yep.
Or Gen Z.
But you have Russell Wilson and then Jameis Winston and then him behind
Jackson Dart.
So he's definitely not starting week one.
Jameis is out there just
hold
being
on.
the water boy, dude.
Quick side
Pumping
note.
everybody up.
Dude,
I want to jump
Pep
back.
talks.
get him
Pep
all fucking
talks.
amped up.
Do you see the quick side note? The Browns signed Shador to a contract today, 4 years, $4.6 million or something.
4.6, yeah. saw
That's
that.
pretty good
Wow.
for a four-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Fourth string, yeah. Fifth round, fourth string.
So he must have
He's going
changed
to
his
be
tune a little
above
bit then.
Joe Flacco. Let's be real.
Dude,
He's going to come on the roster as third string.
I
for
heard
sure.
some insider was basically saying like it's not even close. He's the best quarterback in the building.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Shador or Flacco?
Gee, this
That's
is the
just-
I don't believe
Shador or Flacco?
it. Welcome to the I don't believe it podcast.
I don't fucking believe it. All right, Giants, Commanders, week 1.
Dub.
That's a W.
Yeah, give me Commanders.
Packers, Commanders.
Hold on,
Week 2.
Jacob.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna go against it and say Giants.
All right.
That's just
All right.
out of spite.
Okay.
Commanders, Packers.
Jordan Love. I love Jordan Love. Give me the Packers.
Dub.
I'm going to go primetime game
Hold on, where's it
Go with the
at?
Commanders on that.
At the Packers.
at the
Yeah,
Packers.
give me
Yeah.
give me Jordan Love and the Packers.
I'm gonna go with a dub.
I'm with you, Tito. Raiders, Commanders at home.
Commanders.
Yeah, got to go with Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders
Yeah.
for sure.
Commanders, Falcons on the road.
Who's the Falcons quarterback?
Commanders.
Is it going to be
Yeah.
Penix?
Penix. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Atlanta.
I am
Give
for
Pen-
sure going with the Commanders on that.
Got it.
I think it might be a closer game than what. Are you on ESPN?
Yeah.
Are you looking on ESPN right now?
No, I just Googled it and whatever popped up
Okay.
first.
Somebody pull up ESPN because I think they have the spread on there too.
already.
Yeah.
I just think by week 4, Penix is going to be getting settled in a little bit. He'll
See,
be
I
playing
know-
better ball. He's playing at home.
But he's coming off an injury, right? Didn't he get?
No, he played last year.
But didn't he fucking blow out his ACL or something like that last year? Didn't he
I
do
don't think
that?
so.
No, in college.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
He
Disregard that then.
Can you
Cousins
bet?
was benched. Cousins was benched at the end of last year.
You can't.
Oh,
you can't.
Can you
Jake.
bet every
I'm
game
sorry,
right
I'm
now?
thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about.
That would be a hell of a parlay.
I saw people were already putting in parlays.
That would be pretty sick.
I think coming off a short. Well, it's not a short because they play the Raiders at home. But no, I think they easily get that.
Yeah, Falcons. And then they're back to back on the road from the Falcons to the Chargers. That's going to be a tough game. Back to back.
Chargers, and they're going to the Chargers to 2 away games. I
say
think the
Chargers
Chargers. I
on
think
that
the
one.
Chargers and Harbaugh. It will be a closer game, but I think Chargers come out on
Yeah,
top.
it's a tough game. Then, a good grudge match. Bears versus Commanders.
Coming back home, prime time,
Yep.
100%
Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders, Cowboys. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
Where's it at?
In Dallas.
And this isn't the one on.
Does it really matter?
This Christmas, right?
No, October.
Does it matter where it's at?
No. Commanders by
Give me Cowboys.
a billion.
Give me Cowboys.
What's the spread on that? I'll take them Commanders by 21 and a half.
So
The
far,
spread right now is Washington minus 2.5.
yeah. So
I'm looking at it.
so far, I have them at 5-1, and their only losses to the Chargers. I think with them beating the Bears on Monday night, I believe, or is it Sunday night game?
I don't know. It just tells me the date.
I think with a primetime game.
It's Monday because it's 8 days after the Chargers game.
Okay. I think that they're going to take an L in Dallas on a shorter week.
Well, you'll be happy to know that the Commanders are favored in every single game thus far.
Yeah, I think the Dallas
Rightfully so.
I think Dallas will
Yeah.
definitely get us at in Dallas for
All
sure.
right, next week, week 8.
Commanders, Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs. Give me Chiefs.
I got to take the
They're
Chiefs.
sitting minus 3.5 right now.
They're just too
Tony's
good.
shaking his head.
Nah.
Tony's shaking his head.
I think it'll be a good bounce back game after a loss to Dallas. Everyone is going to be against the Commanders at that point. I personally think that we're going to get it done in Kansas City. It'll be a tough environment. I think it'll be a close game, but I think a good bounce back game.
Well,
I
and
think
Kansas
they
City
take
wasn't
it.
really looking very good in the early. I mean, they didn't really.
Early.
They always deliver late, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
But it's going to be Monday night.
They got
Taylor
an extra,
Swift will be there.
They got
Chiefs
an
are gonna
extra
pull it
day.
out.
They got
hey,
an
there's a
extra
lot of
day's
time.
rest.
They could break up.
They got an extra day's rest playing on Monday night. I
Is
think it's going to be a
Is
good
he even
game.
playing?
They're
Did he
putting some,
retire?
Yeah.
they're putting some respect on the Commanders, giving them a Monday night against the Chiefs.
Yeah. I think that's going to be
Hey, that's what 3 primetime games in 6 games. Is that what that is?
1, 2,
8 games.
3.
Did y'all see the 2 new weapons that Mahomes has to play with this year?
Who?
He's fucking bullshit.
What is it?
There's a picture circulating of his wife, and she clearly got a boob.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Someone commented,
Yeah.
"Looks like Patty Mahomes got 2 new weapons to play with."
Yeah, I saw that. That was-
I did see that.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
I got him a dub at the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Tony does not believe the Chiefs will win that game.
All right, week 9.
At home.
Seahawks,
Again,
Commanders.
Another primetime game. Short week. Sunday night.
Give me Seahawks.
It's another nighttime game. Good
A
God.
lot of primetime games.
A lot of pressure, dude.
Yeah,
W.
Dub.
Dub.
you sound like me last year's.
That's fine, baby.
We do. We're gonna go 7 and 10.
We are here.
Lions
Y'all have never been here.
Lions at Commanders.
Y'all have never. Damn. Cutting deep.
Give me the Commanders. I think for whatever reason, the Commanders had the Lions figured out,
Yeah, I agree.
and they proved that
They
in the
beat
playoffs
them
last year.
twice last year, right?
No, just once.
just once, but they
They
the
beat them
playoffs?
bad.
beat the
Yeah.
shit out of them.
Beat them
Yeah.
bad. Wasn't even close.
I think this will be another tough game. It'll be a rival, not a rivalry game, but I think with us beating them in the playoffs, I think the Lions are going to come out with a little bit more, and I think that the Lions might take us at home. So I'm going to go with as bad as this sound. I got to go with a loss here.
Are they, are they
with us-
favorites, Michael?
I think with us
1.5.
riding high,
Commanders 1.5.
my outlook on it, I think with us riding high over the last 2 weeks with primetime games, getting 2 big W's, one being away in Kansas City and one being at home at Seahawks, I think that we lay an egg against the Lions, and I think that they get us in a tight game. So a loss.
The next game is going to be interesting because it'll be in Spain,
Yeah, Spain.
Madrid.
The Commanders Dolphins game is in 9:30 a.m. Wow.
Yep, Madrid.
God, they're traveling in prime time. That's a lot of pressure. All right.
I think they
who we
win
got?
that,
I think the Commanders take that.
Commanders definitely going to take that.
I mean, the Dolphins.
They're
I
in
think the
shambles,
Dolphins
yeah.
have been over there before. Commanders haven't.
Well, it's had to see what the Dolphins even have this year.
That's
it
true.
just seems like they just had no
That's
team
true.
chemistry.
I mean, Commanders are favored by 4.
all they have is Tyreek Hill at this point. Jalen Waddle coming back off of what he got injured to last year, or no? He was kind of in and out. He's
He
always
was
in
just,
and out.
he's non-existent.
I think his knee got tweaked or something.
Tyreek Hill's not playing. Broncos, Commanders.
So hold on, week 12 is a bye. So we get a rest after coming back from Spain, and then we come back home, primetime game again.
Give me Bo
30th?
Nix.
What's the 30th? Sunday Night Football.
Give me Bo Nix. I think the Broncos are going to be good again this year.
I think the Broncos are going to be good too. I think it'll be a close game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling for my boys at home. for
Commanders
sure.
are favored by
Primetime.
2.5.
Yeah, it'll be a close game. I think the Commanders get it at home, coming off a bye week.
All right. Commanders, Vikings.
I got to go with Commanders on this one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Commanders.
Who's playing quarterback for the Vikings this year?
What's the young boy's name? They got benched last year once he got
Michigan
hurt.
quarterback.
Yeah,
J.J. McCarthy.
JJ
McCarthy. Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see what he does. I mean, he's got Justin Jefferson. So
yeah. I mean, when in doubt, just throw it up to that dude.
yeah, I mean, if he comes
Jordan-
off the injury good, I mean,
Jordan Addison started balling.
He was
at the end of the
balling.
season.
Addison's good too.
Yeah,
Multiple
I do get
touchdown
that.
games.
Yeah, they've got weapons for sure.
The last 4 games in this schedule
Brutal.
are brutal.
I know.
So playing in Minnesota though,
That's wild.
Sticking on that game, it is tough to play in Minnesota, but I just don't
It's a dome.
know what McCarthy's going to do. So I'm going to take a dub there.
All right.
Giants, Commanders at New York.
Commanders. Giants get swept this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Giants.
Eagles at Commanders.
I'm going to go Commanders.
I'm going to go Commanders too.
I'm gonna take Eagles on that one.
Philly's favored by 1.5 currently
Commanders, Cowboys at home.
Hold on one second. I got to get the Eagles, babe.
on Christmas.
I think that this game is going to be close. I just don't know, especially with the time. It says to be determined if they're going to give it in a primetime game or even a 4:00 game. I just don't know. I mean, I definitely want to take the Commanders there, though, for the Eagles.
Okay. Cowboys, Commanders. Commanders back at home.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Commanders probably lose this one.
Commanders 100%. Christmas. Going to have a great Christmas this year. Michael's going to fucking have a shitty one.
I think Cowboys are going to win this one.
All right. Cowboys.
So hold on. You
Cowboys
went
are going 2-0.
You went Cowboys both games.
Yeah, we're going to sweep.
Okay. Yeah, you're fucking crazy.
You want to bet on that?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll bet on that for sure.
Let's do it right now.
I would, but I don't like betting.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, put it in the bet book.
I'll bet you $100 that the Cowboys do not sweep the Redskins this year.
All right, but if they do, you pay me $300.
No, it's $100. What the fuck?
3-1
No,
odds.
you should fucking pay me $300 if we
It's
fucking.
harder to sweep.
You're the one saying crazy stuff over there. That's not us.
What?
We
You're
even
the
said
one
the
that-
Cowboys might win.
I'll do it for 3-1 odds.
Oh, that's not fair.
Take it or leave it.
3-1 odds that we split.
No, that the Cowboys sweep.
Michael, this is a gentleman's bet. This is $100. You're saying that the Cowboys are going to sweep the Commanders.
Yeah, they're going to sweep a team that they're underdogs in both games too. So that's why I want 3-1 odds. It's not unreasonable. They're underdogs in both games.
I'm kind of leaning on.
Going off,
I'm
of
kind
they
of
won
leaning with
fucking-
Michael on this one.
They went to the NFC Championship game last year, and the Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs.
That's fucking gay bet, but whatever.
Are you taking it?
No, I'm not fucking taking that.
Come on, man.
I'll talk.
He's over here. I'm saying that they're going to split.
I think that's a good bet.
It should
I'm
be
saying-
5-1. It should be 5-1.
Okay, if they split, is it?
So you're thinking it's a good
is it
bet that he's
nothing?
not giving us the respect as being NFC fucking division champs.
Tony, that's the easiest $100 you could ever make. There's no way you're
I know.
paying
Are
Michael $300.
you worried?
Am I worried? What? So if we split,
That
he
should-
only pays
that
me
should be-
100. If we get swept, I got to pay him 300. That is not a fucking fair bet.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
brother.
Hard pass.
Text
No.
your
Just know that your Christmas is going to
No,
be fucking.
the bet
very
was if they
soft.
sweep us, period. They can only sweep us. If they go 1-1, he pays you
yeah.
You pay me 300.
100.
100.
No,
All you got to win is one.
no, he is not. No, what do you mean? But if we get swept, you're saying if we get swept,
You
I have to
believe-
pay him fucking $300.
You have an ounce of blood in your body that believes the Commanders are going to get swept by the Cowboys?
I absolutely don't think. I'm just doing it as a fucking gentleman's bet.
Gentleman's
That's
bet.
lame.
Gentleman's bet is not for
That's
money,
lame.
though.
All right.
Are you going to bet him?
Yeah. I'll gladly take that. That's the easiest $100 you can ever make in your life.
What are you doing over there, dude?
I'm resting it on my chin. We're going to win that money. That's $100 Michael's going to owe us on October 19th.
If we're betting, I'll take 300 even. We'll just make a $300 bet.
No, it's 3-1.
No, we will make a $300 bet. I'm not getting just $100 if we split, and if we don't, you get $300.
All right. We can
you
do-
want to bet $300? I'll bet you $300.
We can do it for 300, but then if the
Michael,
Cowboys,
I will
sweep-
bet you $500.
If the Cowboys sweep,
The
you owe them
Cow-
600.
The Cowboys do not sweep us this year.
900.
I will bet you $500 that the Cowboys do not sweep the Redskins this year.
But it's with it's 3-1 odds.
I don't give a fuck about your made up odds. I'm betting you.
I don't believe in your odds.
I'm betting you fucking $500 right now that the Cowboys do not sweep the Commanders.
All right, and if the Cowboys do, you will pay me $1,500 because it's 3-1 odds.
No, we're not doing the fucking 3-1 odd bullshit. You are betting me just straight up $300
Hey.
or not.
Hey, if you're scared, say you're scared.
Listen,
I'm not fucking scared of anything.
Sounds like it.
I'm just making,
I think he sounds scared to me,
I'm just
too.
making a
Tony.
straight up fucking bet.
Tony, that's
I'm not playing
That's
the
not a
odds
good
game.
bet for me though, because I could just bet the one game for 500 at even money. I don't need to bet. Why would I need to bet two of them?
Because you're so confident that
No, I'm not betting
boys
for.
are fucking going to sweep us. You just said it. On
I didn't
the
say I'm
fucking-
so confident, but
He's willing to risk the biscuit.
Let me ask you.
I need odds to place.
Here's
it's
my
like a
thought.
parlay.
If y'all bet $500 a game, right? And they split, how much money you get?
I get fucking zero.
No, you
All
get
right.
500.
No, I don't make
you
it.
bet
500 a game.
If you only
get
risk,
nothing.
if you only risk 100,
Dennis, I'm not a fucking retard. You don't have to explain how that goes. I'm betting him $500 that they're going to fucking split.
well, he's not betting you back.
Then that's fine.
All right,
Call
then
it a
let's
wash.
move on.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, that's not what we're saying.
Y'all are lame, dude.
There's no chance. I'm fucking 3-1. Are you kidding me?
I'll take that bet, Michael, for 100.
Commanders are going 8-8 this year, or 8 and what? How many games
You're
are there now?
fucking crazy. You want to bet on that? Fucking what? 10-1 odds?
I'm messing with you.
I'm just.
All right, can we
All right.
can we do 2-1? I
Well,
want
if we're
I
doing
want to see
2 to 1,
something
I
here,
want
dude.
2 to 1 then. Are we doing 3 to 1 or 2 to 1?
I mean,
Yeah, 2-1. I'm in.
Can we finish the schedule real quick?
Yeah, no, we are not. allowed.
500 on 2-1.
We're still
All right,
negotiating.
so if you win, I pay you 500. If I win, you pay me 1,000.
Yes.
I'll do it.
oh,
The hand
he shook
has
his
been
hand.
That's a big bet.
It was a
boys.
handshake
That's
there.
a big bet.
Right in the bet book.
Michael's got 600 liability on a freaking Cowboys sweep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be calling fucking training camp next week. Saying, boys, better get in shape.
Hey,
It's
ju-
May and
hey,
the book's
I
getting
got
heavy.
I got a
Hold
gentleman's
on.
bet on the
Oh,
books.
you know what? That's the weekend after my birthday. You're going to be paying me fucking $500.
October 19th, dude. That's going to be easy money. That bet's over.
That's
Commanders, Eagles.
Hey.
At Philly.
joke's on you because I'm betting 600 on the Commanders that game.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll just bet the other way.
I would love that because that just tells me, how you really feel about the bet.
Yeah.
I'll just take the Cowboys in that game, and I got plus odds.
Tells me I made a good bet. He's already hedging. It's May.
Shit, I got to write this down in my notes so I remember.
All right, last game is Cowboys Eagles or Commanders Eagles. I'm gonna go
They don't beat them both times.
Eagles.
Nah, they split.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to
They,
take
they
the
split or they just walk.
Eagles at home for sure.
And they'll be playing for the number 1 seed.
Well, I was going to say
Yes.
that game could or could not matter in reality. So who the hell knows who's
I mean, the Commanders will be 8-8, so it won't matter to them.
It's possible. 9 and 8 will get in the
Jacob,
playoffs, though.
that is disrespectful, dude.
I just had to put it out there. You two were over there whining like two little babies.
All right, so what's your final prediction on the record?
All right, so the last game, I think the Eagles get us, right? So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 and 4.
What'd they win last year? 10?
No, they
11.
Did they win 11?
11,
or 12?
I got them at 13 wins.
Dennis, what do you got them at?
I think 11.
I think I said the first game that they played the Eagles,
10 or 11. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
when they play the Eagles at home, I can't remember what I said.
So you think the Eagles will be over their win total too at
They're going to either be
10.5 or 11?
13 and 4 or 12 and 5.
12. They were
The
12.
Commanders?
They were 12 and 5 last year.
And the Eagles will be somewhere in that range too?
I don't know the Eagles schedule, honestly.
I think the Eagles are a 12-win football team again, barring injury.
So that division is going to have 3 12-win or more teams.
No, it's
No.
not going to have that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I wouldn't say that. It'll have 2.
So
You don't think the Giants are going to get 12?
I saved it. So I don't know, man. Like even looking at the Cowboys schedule, I don't think it's difficult for them. I mean, you guys play pretty much the same, but y'all play the Jets and the Panthers. Those should be 2 easy dubs for you.
And without a primetime game.
And the
too.
Cardinals, I think the Cardinals in a primetime game, Cowboys come out on top. So I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys could make a decent run, man. It could be a good wild card spot,
I didn't
honestly.
realize the Lions were 15-2 last year. Jeez Louise. All right. Brolay out.
That's a
Peace.
wrap.
Peace.
Episode 31.
31.
Yeah, let's give a big shout out to my wife and Cassidy and Pilar starting their own podcast called Not Your Desperate Housewives. So go ahead and give them a listen. I think they're going to have their first episode up, I don't know, the next week or so. So look out for that.
Did they give us a shout out?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Yep.
Sweet.
Nice.
Brolay out.
Good night.